Hi, I'm Elda. Welcome. Nice to see you all. And join me with the mat. We're going to take class and we're going to do a couple of exercises to keep us moving so we can keep fit and safe at the same time. So we're going to lie down on the mat. Make sure that you have nothing around you so you have enough space to move and enough space to be safe. We're going to roll down, and first of all we're going to try and find a good position. So we want to bond with our mat, lengthen the back of the head, make sure that your chin is tucked in so that you can nod your head to say yes, so that you make sure that the back of your brain, the back of the head is pushing down towards the mat. Then you make sure you look forward. Then you're going to check your shoulder. So you want to make sure that your shoulders are down on the floor, so in contact with the floor, where the bottom of your ribs is in contact with the floor, and your arms are long on the side. So you can move your fingertips towards your hand, your feet, if you find yourself raising up towards your ears. So keep it down. Bottom of the ribs down, neutral position, so keep your little gap there. Each one of us has a different gap according to the shape of our body, but make sure that that gap we're working in neutral, unless I will tell you to do differently. That gap is always there. Okay, so what you do, you inhale to prepare. When you exhale, you pull your pelvic floor muscle through your abdominal muscles. So you want to have all the core working at the same time. So pelvis muscle, core muscle, and the back that hold the spine. And that will give you the stability at the lumbar spine, so it gives you a nice setting. Pelvis is nice and steady, so we can perhaps try to go a little pelvic tilt. So pubic bone towards your breastbone, you feel your spine completely imprinted. Then you arch your spine gently, creating a little gap here under the spine, so pubic bone is going towards your feet. And again, coming this way, and forward. As you do so, you feel that the weight on your feet change. So when I tuck my tail, I push down with my feet. When I go the other way around, so in an anterior tilt, I feel like I'm sucking through the mat to arch my spine here, where I'm putting my hand. Okay. And then feet grounded, nice and grounded, so move them around to make sure they can spread evenly on the mat. And there is an alignment of your knees over your second toe. Okay, we're going to start to move our head, so we're going to release some tension at the neck. So inhale to prepare, exhale. Rotate, turn your head, looking over your right shoulder, and let the mat caressing the back of your head. And breathe through. If you find it hard to exhale every time you move, if you find it hard to follow the way I'm asking you to breathe, just keep on breathing, just don't hold your breath anytime. So keep breathing in and out, and just keep moving and feel how you're creating space around your body. Okay, and back to center. Now with the tip of our nose, we're going to draw a circle. And yet again, breathe, create a space around your neck. And change direction, and go the other way, one more, and back to center. Now we're going to raise our arms up, so both arms pointing towards the ceiling, palm of the hand facing each other. You want to reach the ceiling, feel like you're going to reach the ceiling away. You feel the shoulder blades lifting from the mat. Now pull the shoulder blades back so you feel grounded. When we work with the arms, we want to feel that grounding shoulder. So the shoulder blades here are holding us down. Now we're going to turn the palm of the hand, we're going to move our arms, so we're going to reach down towards the floor, so the arms are on the side of the floor. As you do so, you want to feel that there is a connection under your armpit, so from your lats and your serratus, you're holding it, so all your shoulder girdle is working to give you the integration and the opening, and giving you a big, nice smile at the collar. You're going to take your arms back if you can. If your arms don't go further, you stop there. If you can go further, you go. We're going to try and keep the ribs feeding down in the pelvis. Try not to float them up like this, but try to keep them down. And again, one, inhale, exhale, up, keep the connection. Exhale, one more, inhale. And eventually we will warm up. And up we go, all the way up. Now we're going to open the arms on the side, so we're drawing a circle, big, big, big circle. Yet again, if your arms don't feel they can reach this range of movement, you listen to your body, you keep that awareness, and you do a small circle. So each one of you has to feel, everyone has to feel where the body wants to go. So your boundaries, your body will put some boundaries, will put some limitation, and you move accordingly to how you feel today. Don't force, don't push. Okay, so each day you might feel different and be able to do different things. We change the direction of the circle and back to center. Now, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling again. We're going to turn palm of the hands so it's facing one another, and we're going to open the arms wide. Exhale to close your arms. Inhale and exhale. Keep breathing, keep moving. And still keeping your gaze straight, very good. Now turn the palm of the hand facing both the feet. Now the left arm is going to go down and the right arm is going to go back. You're going to draw scissors. Okay, one reach up and one reach down. Once they both pointed towards the ceiling, you swap and you go the other way. So we're creating scissors movement with the arms, trying to stretch and breathe through. So you're opening your ribs, you're reaching away, your collarbone is still nice and wide. And breathe. Okay, and one more. And up. Now we're going to combine the movements. So we're going to do the scissors and an opening V. What that will take us is the scissors, a V, so it's like a T, I should say, and then scissors again, and back we go. So we're going to do what I call an helicopter. So wide and change, and then go the other way and change, and one more and change. So scissors, T, scissors, together, and lower down your arms. Now we're going to do some triceps. So we're going to fold the arm in the elbow, keep your elbow down. I found that when I have my arms close to my ribs, with the elbow grounded really down, I managed to connect with my tricep a bit better, triceps a bit better. So I feel them, just pushing down, pressing down them out. So inhale, exhale, lengthen your forearm down. Every time you exhale, exhale. 1, inhale, 2, and up, and 3. Reach your fingertips wide and open. Let the energy going out. Now we're going to circle the forearm out for 1, and for 2, and for 3, and for 4, and change direction. The other way. In, and 2, and 3, and 4. Really good. And down we go. Okay, so move around, find your position again, and adjust your feet. Now we're going to move down towards the pelvis. So as we were doing some pelvic tilt at the beginning, now we're going to go up on the shoulder bridge. So make sure that your feet are grounded and your arms are lengthening away. So back of the head down, we're going to tuck the tail, so we're going to imprint the spine completely, and up we're going to go towards the ceiling. So we're going to elongate the spine, so we're peeling off the spine, one vertebra at a time, we're reaching the knees forward, and we're trying to keep that length, we're trying to leave all the connection here, so the stability comes from the front to the back, and vice versa. So we lengthen the arms down, head is long, don't turn your head at this point, never turn your head when you're in the shoulder bridge, and as you come down, you want to feel that you're coming down from here, from the back, between your shoulder blades, And so your spine is lengthening away, like a necklace. Like imagine you have a necklace and each bead reach the mat one at a time. So you're lengthening on the mat your vertebra to create a space, to create the elongation, that extension. Okay, so we're going to go up again. So I'm going to tuck my shirt here. It might help you to see. So inhale, exhale. So tuck your tail and up we go. And we're going to try and reach. Aim, have the intention to reach as much as you can, opening the hip, so creating that extension here. So you want to create the opening here. Okay, so now at the top of your hip. Now once we're up on our apex, what we're going to do, we're going to lift our arms up and back, keep them back, and now we're going to unfold the spine down towards the mat and try to articulate as much as we can. So the movement has to be more segmental as today our spine allowed us to be. And arms back. Okay, we're going to do some more. So inhale, exhale, up you go. So reach your knees towards forward and keep that opening. Now we're going to pulse 5 times towards the ceiling. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And down again we go. So keep lengthening your head, articulate your spine down, and settle back. Now the last one we're going to do, so adjust your feet again if you need to. My feet keep on sliding on the mat. We're going to put the forearm down, so we're going to hold ourselves with the triceps, pushing down, pressing down on the mat. Okay, and once we're up, we're going to drop one hip down on the pelvis and lift it to make a square, and then drop the other one. So inhale to prepare, exhale, up we go, push down with your triceps, reach your knees. Now drop the right side down and keep pointing forward the left knee. And up. Then swap. So the right knee is trying to have the intention of reaching forward. And up. And the right. And reach. And the left. And reach. And down we come. Good, good. Lengthen. Now lift your right foot. Place your hand on the knee, on the right leg. The same with the left. And we're going to draw a circle just to release a bit along the spine. And the spine to then move to some other more exercise. Okay, so I hope everyone is doing okay. And you enjoying your movement, your class. Okay, feet down. And then we go. So we're going to lift our right leg tabletop. So exhale to lift. Hold it as you inhale. Exhale, we're going to lift the other leg tabletop. Now we're going to roll down the right leg and the left leg. Okay, we're going to repeat this movement again. So we're going to take a breath in, and after a few, we're going to keep both legs up and do a toes up. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lift your right leg up. Hold it there, keep on breathing. Lift the left leg up, keep on breathing, and then the first leg goes down, and the other leg goes down. Okay, now off we go again, breathing, prepare, exhale, right leg, and left leg. Now we're going to tap down, so right leg touch the floor and lift. And the left touch and lift. And tap and lift. And one more. Lift, then the right one goes down and the left one goes down. Good. Now we're going to do what I call an open box. So you're going to open the leg on the side. So the right leg is opening. Then we're going to take it back on our right side. Our challenge is to keep the other leg steady. So when we open the book, we don't want to drop the other knees too, but we want to keep it steady there. try to drive their knees forwards. And then on the other side. Okay? And one more. Right. Take it back. And left. Great. Now, we're going to lengthen the right leg. So you're going to lift the toes. Imagine you're at the beach and you want to draw a line with your hip. So you lengthen your legs nice and straight and long. Nice, beautiful stretch. Keep pointing your toes up. Now you're going to drag your leg from the hip. So we're trying to connect again with our back line, superficial back line from the heel. Off we go with the left leg. From the heel, hamstring up to the spine, all the way up to the skull and the forehead. And back we go. We're going to do one more on each side. Lengthen away, so lengthen, reach. And back. And left. And back. Now, we're going to do one each, combining both movements. So we're going to open, lengthen, keep the external rotation of the leg, turn your leg straight, toes pointing up, and pull it back. Now the left leg, open, lengthen, toes up, and pull. Okay, shall we do one more? Yes, one more. Open, lengthen, toes up, and up, open, lengthen, toes up, and up. Okay, now we're going to wake up a bit more our abdominal. So what we're going to do, we're going to interlace our finger, we're going to make a hammock with our hand, and we're going to place the hand behind the head. If you're not comfortable like this, and you don't feel comfortable to lift your head in a crunch, you are welcome to take a pillow, if you have a pillow at home, place it under your head, so you can have your head raised, and you don't need to go into crunch. Okay, so only if you feel comfortable. If you are going to do so, you're going to keep your elbows peripheral vision, so you can make a nice hammock for your head, and you can use it to, as you exhale, to lift your head up. Okay? Now, we're going to stay here, we're going to lift the right leg tabletop. For you that have not left the head, please just keep your head raised, and that's all, or keep it down as you wish. You have an option. Then you're going to take the other legs up, and we're going to reach one leg forward and alternate. So we're going to do 1 and 2 and 1. I'm going to move my hand so you can just see me, but you can keep staying like this, okay? And 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, both legs tabletop and down we go. And feet down. Next one, what we're going to do, we're going to add a crisscross. So we're going to try and articulate the movement with the rotation. So we're going to combine the leg reach and the crisscross. So interlace your finger, and up we come, legs tabletop. We're going to reach the left leg, and you're going to turn towards the opposite knee, touching. And off we go on the other side. 1 and 2. And 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 down. And put your feet down. Now, we're going to keep the head down for a moment. We're going to lengthen the left leg, and the right leg is going to go up towards the ceiling. The left leg point, your feet is flexed, and the right is pointed. And we're going to tap. 1, tap, 2. So we lower and lift the right leg straight. 3 and 4. Lower down the right, flex the foot, and point up towards the left. So point and lift. So you're going to tap for 4 times. Lower and lift your leg. 3 and 4. And back down, flex the foot, lift the right leg again. So we're going to try and circle the leg, keeping the hips straight. So we want to put the hand on our bone, on the hip bone, here on the side of the pelvis, holding the bucket of the pelvis, so the axis, we're holding here, the bone, and then we try to draw a circle without moving too much the pelvis, so keeping the stability. Okay, we're going to do 4 in one direction, and then change direction. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, lower down the leg. Okay, so now, inhale, exhale, we swap leg, up we go. So you hold the pelvis square, and we're going to go 4, one way, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're going to change. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Really good. And back down. Bend your knees and adjust. Lengthen the left leg. Keep your foot flex. Right leg up. We're going to go side to side. So windscreen, left and right, open and close. However you want to call it, and yet again, we try to keep our pelvis steady, so to avoid the rocking, yeah? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And lower down. So hip here, we're holding, we're lifting the other, and we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And down. Now interlace your finger again. Hammer. We're going to lift the head a bit, not too much. We're going to lift the right foot up towards the ceiling, and we're going to draw the scissors. So we're going to do this. Okay, so one leg goes down, and one leg stays up. So up we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And down. Good, good. Now we're going to do a little stretch before we carry on. So right hand over the head, reaching down towards the side, right foot over the left foot. So you're like in a banana shape, like in a moon shape. You're trying to reach away from the fingertips of your right hand and the toes down on the right foot. And reach and stretch. And stretch. And breathe, opening all of this. On the other side. And on the other side, and a stretch on the other side. Reach, reach, reach. So left hand over the head, trying to reach down with your right hand towards the feet, and you're reaching away with your left foot over the right. Breathe in. One more. And back. Good. Now we're going to roll on our side. So roll on your side. I'm going to keep myself up here on all four, on my forearm. We're going to try and keep here under the armpit lifted, legs together and feet together. Now, if you find this position uncomfortable, you can always lower down on your arm like this, so the arms stay long and the other hand stay in front. Or you can sleep on your arm, so you bend your arm, use that as a pillow, and you hold yourself in balance with your other hand. Okay, I'm going to be up here, you choose your position. So we're going to keep the feet together and the knees together, and we're going to do a climb. So sideline climb, 1, 2, 3. So as we open, we want to try and keep the pelvis up here. So as we open, the top of the hip want to be perpendicular to the mat. We want to have that lift. So we can use the hand here if it helps, otherwise here for stability. Now, we've done 4, I'm sure. We're going to lengthen the legs straight. Flex foot, and we're going to go up and down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, we're going to do a kick. So we're going to kick the leg with a flex foot. We're going to point the toes to go back. Yet again, we want to make sure that we don't wave around the hip. So, kick, point toes, and we're going to do full circle. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and change direction for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good, good. Now take the leg over the other one. So the left leg is over the right. You pull from the right hand and put the left hand behind to stretch and create a stretch of the glute and the lateral hamstring. So bend around, stretch around, look behind you and stretch the muscle of the leg that was working. Okay, we're going to go on the other side. So first find the position, forearm, lift the ribs, legs together, find your position, you're lengthening. Remember, on the side line, we always want to find that length. We don't want to contract, we don't want to close up here, we want to lengthen away. Hip perpendicular to the mat. Okay, and off we go with full climb. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now lengthen the legs, foot flex, and we're going to go up and down for 4. 1, and 2, and 3. So the feeling is you're reaching away with that foot. It's like you're standing on your floor. The feeling is the legs, it's almost coming out of your hip. That is how you know that you're lengthening away. Now keep your foot flexed. You're going to kick forward, then you point, and go back. And 2, and back, and 3, and back, and 4, and back. Keep it pointing. We're going to do full circle. 1 way, 2, 3, and 4, and change. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Now this foot over, and we're going to stretch this side. You might notice that one side is actually tighter than the other. Always a difference from the left to the right. We are never the same, and different from day to day, different from left to right. One is tighter, one is looser. It's always the case. Just listen to your body. Just start to feel, to understand how you feel, and be more aware of what is happening, so that you will know what you need to do and what is the range of movement, the limitation you might have, or you might not. Anyway, so we're going to lie prone on our tummy, and we're going to put our legs are separate, long. We're going to put our forehead on our hand. So make a pillow with your hand and place your forehead on it. Okay, so like this. Take a last breath in. As you exhale, you're going to lengthen your legs back. So don't look, don't turn your head. I'm lifting my head, just making sure you can hear me properly. So reach behind. As you reach when you exhale, your feet want to lift, which is good. The important thing is that we keep bracing. So as we exhale, we draw the abdominal, yet again, once more, always, all the case. And so we keep the stability here. So the back lengthen without have to hinge. So you don't want to use your back to lift your leg, but you want to use your abdominal on the other side to protect it. So inhale, exhale, reach out. Now what we're going to do, we're going to lift the forehead over the mat using one hand, as you can see now. Keeping so the frame, half of your frame is coming up. And down you go. Inhale, exhale, up. Okay, and down. And 3. Fantastic. Now, swap hand over. So you put the left over the right, in my case, or whichever hand you had before. Take a last breath in, and off you go. Up. And down. So up. Use the other arm to push. So to press down on the mat to help you to have that lift. And third time around. To stretch. And lengthen away. Okay, breathe, breathe, breathe. Now move both hands towards the right side, but keep the same position as you are, so sitting on your feet. You can stretch on the other side and open the side of your ribs. Couple of breaths there, and now we're going to change on the other side. And breathe in. Fantastic. Great. Now, we're going to come up. So everyone come up. We are on high kneeling. We're going to go on all four. So we're going to do some movement on all four. See if I can manage to... Let me take this off, so I might be able to show you, to help you how to keep a right position. So as we go down on all four, we want to have the wrist under the armpit in a position, and the feet down, if you can keep the back of your feet down. If your feet start to cramp, tuck your toes. Okay? If you feel something that is not comfortable, or if you need, just stretch your leg to move your toes around. Okay? Otherwise, keep the back of your foot down and spread your hands wide. So, toes, thumb out, and little finger out, so spread like web. Your hands are like web. Okay? And your wrists are under the armpit and the elbow facing each other. Okay? So first of all, we're going to go in flexion. So we're going to do cat and cow. Flexion. So we're going to look down towards the tummy. We're going to push the mat away from us. Then we're going to pull the mat from us, and we're going to lengthen the head out. Okay? I don't want yet an extension up here. I would rather we kept like on a table for the moment. Okay? So flexion. Go in, push away, and pull the mat towards you to keep your collarbone nice and smiling, open wide, and you're looking down towards the mat, still your gaze is down, and you're keeping awfully like a table. We had the intention, it's good to have the intention to keep the posture or to try and do something. So your best is what you can do, and your body will learn and will get re-educated to move in that way. Now, next one we're going to go into flexion again, so we push again, push away, big flexion. Then we're going to pull out, and now we're going to extend. Move your head around, make sure it's free. Good. And back to normal position. So, square like a table. Now, we're trying to keep the hip over the knees all the time, if possible. Turn your right hand in, we're going to thread a needle, so we're going to thread the left arm under the right, let the elbow bend, and you're going to rotate and reach. Put your head down or your ear down if you can. Inhale, exhale, push on your right hand to come up. Okay, we're going to swap the other side. So right hand, slide under, breathe. And reach. Inhale, exhale, push. And back. One more on each side. So right hand in, left hand slide under the right arm. And off we go. Rotate, enjoy. And push to come up. Okay, once more on the other side. So right arm, slide under the left. And off we go. And looking under the armpit, and push on the left thumb up. Good. Now we're going to turn the fingertips back, looking forward. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to try and do a swimming. So we're going to go step at a time. So right arm, reach forward, and you're looking down towards the mat. Okay, so 1, and down, we're going to do 3 times. 2, and 3. Now you're going to reach your leg behind. So the left leg is reaching behind, it's lengthening, and possibly it's lifting. And down. And again. 2. And 3. Okay, now we're going to reach the right hand and the left leg. So contralateral movement, where we go. It's called swimming, where we try to reach away. So from the waist, we're lengthening our body in the opposite direction. And we go for another 2. Try to keep the weight equally distributed. I know it's difficult. The intention is to go on the leg that is supporting us, but reach away as best with the good intention of finding this counterlateral movement, this nice swimming and stretching. It's very good for the spine, especially if you have a longer spine. If your back ache a lot, they will really give you a nice support. Okay, we're going to go on the other side. So left arm forward 3 times. 1 and 2 and 3. Now, right leg back. 1 and 2 and 3. Good, good. Now we're going to do a counterbalance movement where left arm and right leg goes out. 1 and back. And again, 2 and back. And again, 3 and back. All right, very good, well done. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to open the left hip and take it back down. So the balance, we want to shift. So we want to open, so like an open hook when we started, we were lying down, we're doing an open hook. We're going to do the same, so we're lifting the leg out, and then again lift, and back, and lift, and back. Okay, now we're going to lift the right leg first, so you can see better. We're going to lift the right leg up, flex your foot, and we're going to aim to go towards the ceiling. So we're going to do an hip extension where we're trying to open here, the hip. So opening here, and trying to reach with the sole of the foot up. I was going to fall now. Okay, so up we go and reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And down, and we're going to go with the other one. Flex your foot, and up we go. 1, 2, reach the knees away. The feeling is that your knees is lengthening, is reaching away, and 1 more. Good, good, nice. Okay, we're going to tuck our toes now, and we're going to move our hand towards our knees. We're going to come up on our feet, put our feet down, and gently roll up. Okay, let the blood flow again. Make sure that you're comfortable. Have a sip of water if you need to. We're almost done, don't you worry. You're doing a great job. Now, keep your feet separate. We're going to do a side bend. So we're going to raise our left hand and take it up and over the head and reaching down with the right arm. So reach, reach, reach to try and open all the side. And back. Inhale, exhale, the other side. Reach, beautiful. And create all the space. From the lateral arch of your foot all the way to your fingertips. Okay, we're going to add a rotation with the side bend. So up and over we go. Up and over, we're going to rotate. So look down towards your little toe on the side of your foot, still reaching away with your arms. So you're feeling that you're turning around, you're wrinkling your ribs slightly. Go back on the side bend, and up you come. Up and over. Down. Reach, reach, reach. Side bend. And up. Very good. Now we're going to do a little squat. So we're going to open our feet wide and toes out. We're going to reach our arms forward and we're going to sit back. And up we go. And sit back. Try to make sure that your knees are really actually tracking your toes. So they're not coming in, but they're not staying out. So don't go too low, don't go too low if your knees start to lose that alignment. And up, last one, we're going to go on tiptoes. So out we go, tiptoes, and down, and again. Tiptoes, and down, and up. Okay, close your feet, that's really good. You're going to do a few stretches and I'm going to let you go. So, right hand on the side of the head, pull the head gently and reach down. Open the side of the neck, reach, 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 and breathe. And on the other side. Pull gently and reach down the hand so you can open here and you can create, you can release all the tension that you have in your neck. And breathe in. And release. Now put your hand on the top of your shoulder. We're going to do some rotator cuff stretch. Stretch. Good, good. And the other side. And stretch. And stretch. Circle, I should say. But it's a good stretch for your rotator cuff. Really nice. Shake your arms. Move your legs around. Take your left foot forward. Point your toes towards you, so legs is long. The other leg is bent. And you're going to stretch down to try and pull. Basically what we're doing is stretching the arm strength, okay? So we're trying to create space there. Send a couple of breaths there. And up. And we're going to do the other one. So, right foot up, toes up. Stretch. And feel, it's like really pulling from the sitting bone, the bottom of your pelvis, all the way, creating a beautiful open space. Okay, stand tall. One last stretch for your wrist. So you're going to turn, lengthen your arms, and turn the fingertips down. So feel that all this part is opening. If you feel not comfortable, just do a little stretch your wrist like this. Otherwise, just keep lengthening away and keep it up. Breathe. Don't stop breathing. You've done a great job. Okay, and now we're going to raise our arms up, stretch up, and release. And thank you for coming. I hope to see you soon. Bye.